She talk about
invisible entity that's kind of with some kind of a beam.
he said, and it's connected with some kind of a beam, but he was all back here. And maybe it could be connected with some kind of a beam, but that's your pineal gland is back there. And sometimes they have this some kind of a mind control weapon. It also has a beam. Like where my bed is, I can't move it. I can't. There's nowhere to put it, but where it is. But they can send a beam to my bed, and they can make me cough, or they can make my back hurt. They send beams to a lot of people's heads, and they have people to do whatever they want them to do, and the people don't even comprehend that they are doing something wrong. They all think this shit is for the greater good, and that they are clearing the planet of these suppressive persons like me. I'm a suppressive person, but they suppress and oppress me every day, all the day long.
Operates the body like a doll, right? That's the idea.
Yes, Ron Hubbard, he found out these things, and that's something else that reminds me of me. When this shit started, I was into God, but not like Jesus Christ type of God. I was into Yahweh, but I thought, not thought, I believed that that Yahweh was guiding me, the way I was going. And, seems like everything was going okay. No one bothered me, I bothered no one. And then, bam. There was Scientology, they're even in the court systems. Well, I mean, they had friends and family and every fucking thing to just fuck me around, to fuck him around, to fuck you around. So I go to jail. While I'm in jail, this is what I say to Yahweh. He said, and you take weapon and anyone else. I don't know who my creator is. I know Frankie J and Jenkins created me together, But past Frankie J and Jenkins created me, I don't know who created all this shit, like the trees and this and that, and I don't know how many years that the earth goes back. I don't know these things, So I don't know who my creator is, but I said, whichever one of you that it is, you're not going to treat me as though I am a doll. And that's what I felt like I was a doll. Like, and because people kept telling me it was a test, it's a test. I believe shit. Certain things I believe. And it's a test, but then all of a sudden, this shit started to feel like they made a movie of it. The movie V. I was going through shit like that, just not in military form, but man, I was going through agony. It was like someone kept just throwing me up against the wall. Oh, okay. That didn't work. Pick the doll up and throw it up against that wall, because like I told, in any God, whoever God is wrong, and whoever is my actual creator, I even told my actual creator, but I don't know who it is really, that I'm not a doll for them to just, to just throw up against the wall. And then when you throw me up against the wall, I don't break. So now you find something else to do, and you pick me up and you throw me up against the wall. It's a test, right? It's a test to see how many times you can throw me up against the wall like a doll. And I gave it all up. I gave it all away. Because anytime you believe that there's something greater than yourself outside of you, Whatever is greater, you think is greater than yourself outside of you, is probably moving inside you. So he thought that L. Ron Hubbard was greater than himself. So L. Ron Hubbard, that nasty spirit they call Thetans, begin to move inside him, or creating, whatever they call him. They're supposed to take Thetans out, but those people who are telling you about Thetans, they're putting Thetans in. And all of a sudden you become so mean, just like them. You'll do anything to anyone,
most people,
like a dog.
they are in the body and they are one with the body, but the Scientology process is supposed to make you be able to be separate from the body and to be able to, and that's where you get then your time travel and being able.
No. Long time ago, before I even knew about L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics, Scientology, all this shit, there were books on out-of-body experience. And I actually read those books, but then I found one that was really, really good. And so the brother who books I got him from, I gave him back the other books and asked to keep that for a little while. And I did. I had a out-of-body experience. And I went somewhere. I tell about it in another video. But I went somewhere. But when I came back, my body is, my body wasn't good, When I got back into my body, I had to take this big ass gulp. It's like maybe I couldn't breathe, But anyways, so but I talked to the person I went to see, and they told me the real stuff that was going on. I just saw it, couldn't hear it. So I decided again I'm going to take a ride outside my body. Oh man, when I came back, my body was aching. It was cold. I'm telling you, man, I was like freezing and shit, And I just can't even remember where I went, because all I can think about was my body. And then the woman, her name is Kilda. She taught us about to take an out of body experience, experience, I guess, or go out of body travel or whatever. And then when you go back, if your body is still alive, then it's still alive. But if it's not, that is to let you know that you can die while doing an out-of-body experience or whatever it is. And that's not a good thing to do. It's really not good to separate your host from the ghost. There's a time when the ghost will give up the host. They shoot the body with silent weapons, so no one can see, and so your body is breaking down, and a lot of people go and get medicine, pills. A lot of people go and get surgery, I know one Pat, she died. Well, she would have still been living, but she took the doctor's advice and she died 2 weeks after. Wow. So, an out-of-body experience is not a good thing. But they have learned how to do an out-of-body experience. But it's just like, it's not an experiment. I'm saying experience, I guess. But, except they can use shit like virtual reality. Like, just say one day you went bowling, and then you go to work, and it's just someone that walks up to you and she said, "Oh, thank you for the bowling last night." And then you say in your mind, "Huh?" You know, that's because while you were bullying, they were there watching you. They were there with you. And they did like, damn, I want to say like a body dating, but they do it on the wire. I don't know how to explain that, I guess. There are many things I really don't know how to explain. I just want everyone to just really wake up and start, you know, well, I mean, you have to wake up from everything. You have to know that Scientology is killing so many people off the planet. They're not playing. They're doing it even in psychiatry. There's one girl, they sent her in. She had to be the oh yeah, she was like a spy, and they sent her into the they sent her into the mental hospital, and she was taking all type of papers and giving them to Scientology. They even have spies. They even had her to follow someone, and the one she was following knew she had been being followed, and she said, "They want you to know you're being followed. They want you to know you're being followed." That's how come they sent that girl who had never followed anyone before. She don't know how to follow people. She said it. She just learned some stuff off of TV when she was watching TV, but she didn't know how to follow anyone. And the female knew that the Scientologist girl was following her. You know, so, well, these people need to go to prison, I'm telling you. Now, those that didn't do anything to anyone, no. But this girl, she tells you what she did, you know, and then she winds up having to go, what I would call down in a hole. They have trilateral toy, but they have so many I can't remember. And her and her husband both, they went down there, not once, but twice. You should see the video. I'm going to show you a little bit of the video, but you should see the whole thing. Should talk, let you up. No.
To sort of, you know, at will find yourself in Africa or New York or, you know, or the moon or the stars, whatever. And I'd listen to a little tape of Hubbard talking about that, about him leaving his body as part of an experiment, visiting Venus and Mars and the moon, you know.
You can do that, but you don't have to leave your body. Just go through your pineal gland, because your pineal gland will take you back where you came from. It's just like the tree in Avatar. You know, they destroyed the tree in Avatar, and they're destroying everyone's pineal gland, especially the non-melanated man. They're really destroying their pineal gland on the spot.
Like an experiment that he'd done when he'd seen while he was on Venus, he saw a fully armed war spaceship with missiles aimed at Earth, you know.
Spaceship with missiles aimed at Earth. So who would that be? Them? Well, I mean, it's hard to say about our ships. That's how I knew that they had got this shit from our scrolls. You know, because they knew a little something about the scrolls. And then reading the book, and it's like, damn. You know, but it's just mixed with a myth, and then they lie in between, because that's what a pigment does. There are ships in the sky. There's always been something up there, if you want to call them ships. How do you think you get here? Where do you think you come from? Do you just think the flesh will produce the flesh. But where do you think your ghost comes from? Where? Everyone comes from a different planet. Everyone, we all do. And we will shed this flesh and go back and come back and try to undo some shit that Inky did. That's all we're trying to do. That's why we keep coming back, but they keep, Inky's children, because Elron Hubbard and Crowley, they're not melanated, they are Inky's children, Inky's kids. They know how to play around with the mind. They know how to play around with the body. This is how come they know how to change a male into a female. And they know how to change a female into a male because they know about all that kind of shit. And they love to play with your mind first. See, because if you take the mind, it is said the ass will follow. And that is true. Even if no one takes your mind, your ass still follows, If your mind, if you have somewhere to go, you have to be there. And then your mind says, hey, let's go. And your body takes it. Without your body, you would travel. You probably, as they say, would be no bigger than maybe the end of a very sharpened pencil, Well, these people who take over your mind just fuck you over. And people tell it over and over and over and over. And no one cares. Oh yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, he has many parts to it. There are many people to tell on the Church of Scientology. Yeah, it's still here.
This just happened just before I had this complete breakdown, if you like, right? And I was swallowed over.
He said he had a complete breakdown. He is not the only one that has had these mind breakdowns. Because he has let a Satan come in and take over his mind to tell him to believe this and to believe that. And if you don't believe it, then there's something wrong with you. Shit, there's always been something wrong with me. A lot of shit I didn't believe. A lot of shit I believed. Some of the shit I believed wasn't true. It was a big ass lie. And some of the stuff I didn't believe, it was true. So, I just learned, forget to believe, now I need to know. And I don't believe these Scientologist people are doing all this. I know they are. I'm not doing all this goddamn hellified, insane, because I am insane doing this shit. I'm very obsessed, to show everyone, to show the world that Scientology is more than just that Church of Scientology you see. There are scientists, there are medical ones, there are the popos for sure, military for sure. I mean, they're everywhere. You can go into an office, this could be a secretary, you don't know. You can go into a hospital, it happened to me, but I knew it was one of them. The man's, his aura was just different, and I knew something was wrong with him, by his aura. But I didn't know then he was Scientology. I didn't find out until later on that it's Scientology sabotaging me all along my way. No matter where I go, Scientology seems to be able to infiltrate and have me to have to go a long, long way to get where I need to go. And as I see the light at the tunnel, the light at the tunnel doesn't mean I'm dead. It means that Scientology is no longer messing with me. They're leaving me alone. I've done nothing to them, and they return what they owe to me. They must do that too. But I probably ran off somewhere. Because listening to all this kind of shit, and it's like I'm being audited. But the shit is like, I remember certain things you did to me. And then he said, Elron Hubbard said that you can use the body as a doll. But I read, he found out that through the mind, he can use people as robots. And that's what he's doing. Don't know how, but that's what he's doing.
Okay? But, of course, my reality was unhinged. Something was cracking up. I was cracking up, really. I suppose that's the best way to describe it. every single day I'm taken into the organization, taken it. Yeah. I am fed.
You hear the word taken? They don't call it like kidnap. They use the word taken. I remember a movie it's called Taken. Probably didn't watch it, but I remember a movie named Taken.
And I've got no volition. I've got no personal volition anymore. I really, really don't. And I'm being given a very specific type of counselling. They brought in a high-level counselor from one of the Swiss offices. A very specific kind of counselling. That, look, I don't know what happened in there anymore. I really, really don't. I don't know. I can't remember what was said. I can't remember what was asked of me. All I can remember is the guy sitting there, and I'm connected to this e-meter, holding these cans, and I'm being asked these or being told or asked or whatever it was, I don't know. Eventually I sort of come out of it, but I come out of it as a completely convinced Scientologist. That if Scientologists said jump, I would jump, and if Scientologists said, shoot something, I would.
Okay, well, that's him. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning outside of my head. Wow. She talk like about